So what's happening today is I'm doing some brakes on my Corvette. So the first thing you want to do is get the car jacked up in the air. Break your lug nuts loose before you do that. Get your wheel off. So the next thing you're going to want to do is open your hood and get some of the old fluid out. I use a rubber hose and just some sort of plastic container that I have to kind of dip it in like a straw and move it over to there. Because when you push your piston back open to accept the new brake pads, more fluid is going to be pushed up into the line, back up in that reservoir, and you don't want that to overflow. So you have your wheel off. The next thing you want to do is get your brake caliper off. And the way you're going to do that is just kind of hard to see, but there's a big bolt right here and one directly below it right there. Those two bolts hold the caliper on. So get yourself the appropriate size socket and a big breaker bar and remove those. You're going to turn them to the left as if you're facing the bolt head to loosen them. So you're going to push it downward on this side. So go ahead and do that. So these are the two bolts that hold your caliper in position. Once you get those two out, the caliper just slides right off. You just slide it off the rotor in this manner and the caliper comes right out. After taking these apart and looking at them, I still have quite a bit of brake pad left, it looks like. So I don't know that I'm going to change these yet. I was hearing a little bit of noise from the front brakes, and that's why I decided to change them. But I think I'm just going to put a little brake quiet on and put it back together. But the process for changing them out is, once you get to this point, I mean, it's really easy. Just use your C-clamp, a nice big C-clamp like this, and position it where this side of the C-clamp is on the back side of the caliper and this side here is pushing on that piston. What you want to do is force that piston all the way back in, and there's actually two of them on the front of this Corvette. So you want to push both of those pistons back in, and then what you do is you have your new brake pads, put some of that brake quiet stuff on them, and then just put them back into position. And actually these brake pads are fitting pretty loose in here, so that may be why I'm getting a bit of noise coming from them. But you see, you just pop that in that groove there, and it's the same deal over here. It just slides in. You see how loose that fit in there? You should have to usually do a little bit of manipulating to get that to go back in there, so I'm kind of surprised that they slid in and out so easy. And then the other brake pad would be the same thing. Just pop it in that groove on one side and pop it in the other side, making sure it's nice and flat. And then you would just slide it back over top of your rotor and tighten the two bolts back on the back. And that would be it. Pretty simple for doing the brakes. Yeah, I would actually show you the entire process, but I don't think I'm going to do these yet. I still got a good bit of life on them. You can see the new pad versus, well, here, let me take it back out again. Making me look like an idiot. But new pad versus the old pad, these aren't, I mean, these are obviously a little bit worn, but they're not that bad yet. So I think I'm just going to leave them for the time being. But yeah, that's the basic process of doing the brakes. Thank you very much for watching. If you like my video, like it. If you like it a lot, share it, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.